What's going on, guys? A little bit of impromptu beatbox action. Alright. Check a 1, 2. Yo. Unknown Instinct. What's going on, guys? We're here. We're ready. Let's craft some minds, as the kids say. No, they don't. Okay. I feel like you'd be going live earlier and earlier. Actually, it's been later and later the past few days. I've just been really tired. Okay. The heck? There we go. Sorry, apparently my mic cable is not working. What took you so long? Long story short, I needed to make tea for my wife because we were running kind of late today. And then my cat was relentlessly wanting to play, so I had to throw the toy around for him for a few minutes. You know, cat trumps all. He's the little prince of the house. Do I have any plans this stream? Yes, sort of. As you guys may or may not know, last stream we got a bunch of villagers. And to be honest, our armor kind of sucks. So the plan is to get better armor for the dragon fight. Well, sorry about that. Came out of nowhere. Yeah. The plan is to get better armor for the dragon fight. We need to get a bow. We need to get all of our water buckets and stuff ready. And most importantly, we need a silk touch pickaxe, because without that, we're kind of screwed. Sorry about that. Looks like it's trying to load. Here, let me see if you can get this moved ahead a little bit. Come on, OBS, you can do it. I believe. It's trying its hardest. Come on, OBS, you can do it. I believe. There we go. There we go. Quick little hiccup there. There we go. Okay. So here, I'll just re-explain, I guess. So we're going to do the dragon fight next stream. It may not be exactly on day 100. It sort of depends how long this stream is and how things go. But I typically try to stream for 10 days, like Minecraft days. But yeah, the plan currently is to... here, let's do that one, I guess. The plan currently is to get a bunch of stuff prepped for when we go do the dragon fight. Now, one of the main things that we don't have yet is a silk touch pickaxe. So that's going to be kind of priority numero uno today. Jeeves is still stuck here in statue stance. You know, he's busting out the YMCA. And then we moved our cat over here just so it doesn't get confused with all the cats spawning because of the villagers. But yeah, today is going to be essentially prepping for the dragon fight. Well, got to like 5 viewers when you weren't here. Yeah, I know, right? Actually, right now, between Twitch and YouTube, I have 6. So, oh yeah, this is the new cat, isn't it? Yeah, we just got this cat, and he's insisting on staying on top of my chest. But yeah, we need a silk touch pickaxe. We do already have an ender chest, and we can make another one, which is great. And I need to sell a bunch of sticks today to get a bow. We need better armor, like, you know. The helmet's okay. I really want blast protection on my helmet, though. We need a silk touch pick. We need a better bow. We need a bunch of arrows. We need a bunch of water buckets in the ender chest. So we got a lot of stuff to do today. I don't know how long it's actually going to take to do, which is the thing that kind of throws my timeline off a little bit. But I'm just gonna start it and see where we get to, and kind of go from there. So let me. There we go. Oh, geez. All right. Basically just need to make some room really quick. These chests actually don't have an assigned spot yet. I'm sorry, Ollie. I don't know if you can hear my cat screaming at me in the background for sneezing, but he doesn't appreciate me sneezing. He does a little like whenever I sneeze. Another thing we need to do is get food. I don't think we're entity cramming quite yet, so I could probably jump in here without dying. But we definitely need to stack a bunch of food, a bunch of arrows. I even thought about using snowballs to get rid of all the crystals in the end, but I feel like a bow is better because I can shoot the dragon too. Why can't I crit? I have a hard time critting down here for some reason. So, let's get a bunch of food and XP from this. We can start it cooking. And then we can go down and... We're level 35, so it gives us a couple chances to get some enchantments. And we have a bunch of diamonds, so I don't see any reason why we couldn't get a Silk Touch pick, even if it's a bad one. It just needs to be diamond and Silk Touch. It doesn't even need to be like a high efficiency. I just need to be able to pick up my ender chest with it. I wouldn't mind getting a better shovel too, honestly, if we need to dig down to the stronghold or whatever it's called. There we go. Here, I'm gonna actually turn this down because YouTube's kind of yelling at me. There we go. 11 chunks should be more than enough. I actually did learn, I haven't tried it yet, but I did learn how to find, like, stuff in the nether using the pie chart method. It's pretty interesting, actually, how it works. It has to do with looking for, mob spawners and, amount of entities spawned in. But, yeah, I watched a, Squeaks video about it, where, this guy was teaching him how to speedrun. There. How much does that give us? That's like 3 stacks. That's like tons. Oops. So, let's go back up here. Just give me 1 sec, guys. Alright, we're back. Sorry, I was just saying goodbye to my wife. You know, if we weren't playing Minecraft, hearing your wife go, "Hey, don't die," before she walks out the door would be a little bit more concerning. If she didn't know what I was doing. She was like, "Okay, bye, don't die," and then just like left. Like, what a thing to say to your spouse. Okay. Let's see what I got for slabs, honestly. That's a lot. That's probably fine. Could probably use barrels too. Well, I don't want to waste barrels. Okay. I don't know why YouTube is still yelling at me. Is this good? Yeah, I don't know. YouTube is still yelling at me, being like, "You're not receiving enough video," but like, it looks fine to me. Whatever. How are you guys doing this morning? Any fun stories from last night? Or, I guess, today for you guys? Who do we got? We got I'm behind you. We got, looks like we had Wembu for a little bit. That's how you should say, "See you to us. See you guys, don't die." Make that my sign off. I don't know. My wife, she suggested, I thought it was goodbye gamers, but she actually meant good night gamers, because like most of you guys are up super late. So like that works, right? Like good night gamers, I guess. But I was hoping to get something a little bit more like customizable, I guess. Here, let's do this, whatever. Oh, another cat. Here, kitty kitty. No, don't run away. I have fresh food for you. Here, kitty kitty kitty. Here, kitty kitty. Stop running. I'm literally sneaking. Yep, there you go. Come on. Hey, there we go. I mean, there we got 2 of the cat variants. I have a feeling we're gonna end up with a bunch of cats. Okay, so all of that food cooks. Let's head downstairs and we can start working on enchanting stuff. Oh, I actually need to take all this down. Sounds like it's raining. It's the rain sensor. I guess I could put my solar sensor here. Like where the hole is up to the top, and then if I just need to break it, I can. It's only like a couple of blocks. It'd be like a redstone lamp and a solar sensor, so you could definitely set it up in here. Maybe I'll do that as like a side quest that it'll take like 2 seconds. But we're already up to 3 likes, guys. Thanks. But yeah, I'm still trying to think of like I like goodbye gamers, like that like works for me. I don't know if that's like lame, you know? Like, goodbye gamers, I'm a gamer. I'm the old man who plays video games. Like, I don't want it to be lame, right? Like on Critical Role, for example, they go, "Is it Thursday yet?" Because it's like their sign off they've been doing for a long time. They actually missed it for like one of the first times ever. I think it might have been the first time ever. Last stream, and then the one I just finished watching, he corrected himself and went, "Hey, sorry, I didn't do it." So I have, you know, the old GM sitting right in front of me to remind me. Oh yeah, so we do have an efficiency for enchantment here, but there's no guarantee it's gonna have Silk Touch, so hopefully it does. Another one? We should get a grindstone for down here, actually. And goodbye gamers just sounds default. Yeah, like it's better than just saying, "See you later." But it does sound a little default. Like I don't want to trash it because like it is my wife's idea and like it is a good sign off. But I don't know. I feel like we can come up with something a little bit better. Do I not have a grindstone yet? Oh, I wonder if I've never made smooth stone in this file. Here, let me... Where's my stone cutter? Is it still over here? I don't see it. There's no more villagers. We can bring all this back. Here, put it here. Guess I need to pop this in a furnace. I don't make smooth stone very often, so that's why I never have a reason to do that. Oh, it just worked. Great. So here's all our villagers. We just need to make sure to never flip these things, but cool. You have bad trades. You have okay trades. You're locked in. You're locked in. Okay. Well, you know how the Discord is a lab? Maybe connect the sign of that somehow. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do it. I'm pretty sure it's slabs I need. Here, grindstone. Really? I don't have the grindstone recipe? Man, so I'm chilling listening to the stream while I'm moving pallets with the forklift and my ass knocked an electrical box off the wall. Not a major one, but still, what a way to start my day. Oof, that sucks. Here, I'm gonna look up how to make a grindstone, because I could have swore that's all I needed. Oh. It's just a regular slab? Really? No. Hang on. I could have swore it was this stuff, but it's saying it's not. Here. Oh, son of a bitch. I was pleasantly surprised to be wrong. Alright, I know I need sticks, and then what else do I need? Just wood? Here. Make it out of jungle, because nobody likes jungle. Grindstone. There we go. Oops, nope. Toss this in here. There we go. Yeet! Okay. Let's grindstone this one. At least get some of the XP back. That's the worst. Yeah, no. Also pretty dangerous if it's an electrical box. Hope you're okay. Sounds like you're okay, but... okay. Let's see if we can... Because, like, I like protection on my chest plate. That's fine. Fire protection on my pants is, like, my typical. We don't have anything on our boots, really. And I would love to make another helmet to try and get blast protection. So let's do that. And I'm going to grindstone my boots as much as I think that's a bad idea. I'm breaking. Feather falling 2. I'll take that, actually. There we go. And we got blast protection. It's on the gold boots, but, like, it's better than nothing. It was a small one, so it was only wired to a few things. Still. Let's see. Prot 3. What does that do? Prot 4. We can combine them. As much as I don't... I'm late for work, so of course I'm behind a bus. And I have to wait for a train to go by. Oh, no. Yeah, everyone say hi to my wife. Where did I put my anvil? Is this still in here? It's around here somewhere. Maybe I left it downstairs. Did I just, like, lose my anvil? Where is it? Or am I just blind? Must have put it somewhere. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I have a ton of iron now. Well, it's 4 a.m. again. Good morning. What kind of peak did you see yesterday? In terms of viewers, the highest we got to actually yesterday was 70, which was pretty crazy. That's not very typical, so I'm curious what today's going to be, because I don't know how long the stream is going to go today. There it is. But, yeah, no, it went surprisingly well yesterday. Prot 4. Alright, we're going to have to get blast protection on probably my chest plate then. I'll keep the Prot 4 there, but the good thing is we have the gold boots. So we can repair those. So we have feather falling and a little bit of blast protection, which I think will let us survive a creeper explosion, but just barely. If it's okay, can I have a name or a nickname to call you? Stein's wife. Yeah, we'll have to think of something. Okay. Oh, wow, we're up to 12 people. And 5 likes, guys. Thanks. We hit the like goal already. Jesus. You're crushing it today. Okay. So I'm out of levels, but I do have a bunch of new guys I need to level up. So let's go to the shore, and we can buff up our villagers by selling sticks and get a bunch of XP. I didn't do this in any of my other files, but something I typically do is I buy bottles of enchanting from clerics. Ding ding ding. Feel free to come up with something. New light goal is 8. I mean, we're already at 6, so but yeah, we have a bunch of new villagers, and I usually buy bottles of enchanting, and I kind of mentioned it briefly yesterday, but basically when you buy stuff from villagers, you get XP, and then the bottles of enchanting obviously give you experience themselves, so you kind of like double dip a little bit, and you get XP really quickly that way. And since right now all we're really trying to do is just upgrade the Fletchers, all we should have to do is just sell them a bunch of sticks. We'll get a bunch of emeralds really quickly, and then we can buy bottles of enchanting and just shoot right back up to level 30, because you think we get it for selling the sticks for emeralds, then we get it for buying the bottles themselves, and then the bottles themselves give you experience. So you get like a triple experience gain from it. And then combine that with our monster spawner, which admittedly isn't working very well. I kind of want to tear it down and fix it, but I don't even really know what the problem is, so it would kind of involve me just building an entire other one, but I don't want to do that right now. So eventually what I'll end up doing is I'll make the redstone one. I might make it off stream just because it's gonna be kind of a pain to see me like put it together. But we'll see. Yeah, we're up to 6 likes already. Jeez. So we're almost at the end of the first day. There is a part of me that wants to stop on day 100, but that's not going to be a very long stream, so we'll probably go a little bit past day 100. How high in the air is it? It's at sea level, so that's kind of the problem. If there's an underwater cave or some other way for mobs to spawn, it's not working as efficiently as it could be, and it's not on a corner of a chunk. So it's actually centered on a chunk, basically, which sucks, because it kind of limits the amount of spawns it can get. So I would rebuild it on a chunk border, so that the center of it runs right through one of the corners of the chunks. And that way each quadrant has its own chunk to spawn things in, and it can boost the mob cap. But I wasn't paying attention when I built it the first time, so I really should have. But that's okay. Now that we have villagers, like, it's not as big of a deal. Yeah, I probably just need to move it up. Like, the one in my single player file, my very first one, I made, like, really high in the air. And, like, it worked, like, decently. So probably just have to do that, move it in the air, or I'll make, like, the next one, I'll put a little more thought into it. I'll make it on a chunk border, and I'll make the redstone one so it actually forces the mobs to fall. And that'll be way better. Yeah, it's not even really a trick. It's just a way, because like, you know how you can only have a certain amount of mobs per chunk, and you can only have a certain amount of hostile mobs spawn in per chunk. So if you maximize the amount of chunks that your spawner is in, and the amount of area it covers in those chunks, then it gives you a little bit better spawns. I could show in my single player file, but I'm trying to get through this today so that we can fight the dragon tomorrow. But yeah, you put it on like one of the chunk borders and it helps the spawn rate a little bit. In our case, it would probably help a lot, just because we put it right dead center in the middle of a spawn. So like while it is heading, it's technically hitting 5 chunks instead of 4. 4 of those chunks, it's only like just barely hitting the edge of them. And I think that's the problem, is it's trying to spawn mobs in the parts that it can't spawn because there's no solid blocks. And so the game is getting confused and being like, hey, like, you know, you're not going to spawn anything because there's nowhere to spawn. And it's like, you do have somewhere to spawn, you're just not doing it. Here. Toss one of these bad boys down. Just need to make sure I keep replanting the trees, that's all. So here, we'll head back. And I'm probably not going to sleep, just so that the stream can kind of extend out a little bit longer. Because like when I skip the night, it skips like 8 hours of the time cycle. So I'm going to try not to sleep. Like obviously we're going to have to deal with phantoms, which is kind of annoying, but should be fine. Okay. Let's get some sticks. There we go. Yeah, so everyone's going to be asleep. You're not a good villager. You are. So I'll trap you in that. You're already leveled up. You're already leveled up. And you don't have the trait I want. Now do you have the trait I want? Yeah, you do. There we go. Lock you in. And you need to be updated. The good thing is they're actually in the right job blocks. I always have the problem where they sync to like the one next to them or something, and then I have to like move all the villagers around, but it looks like we did it right the first try. So here. Get some sticks. I just need to make sure I don't accidentally click on the bed, because I'll just fall asleep in the bed. Yeah, look at that. We're already back up to like basically level 17. So we'll do this. 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 And the good thing is we made a bunch of Fletchers, which was the intent, so I could just spam and click all my sticks. There we go. Got a few more. There. So we got just over a stack of emeralds, so now watch, we're at level 18. So now I can talk to this dude. No, where's my fully leveled up one? This one. Come down here, and we can go, bam. So that gets us to almost level 20. And then you spam a bunch of these, and I'm level 21. There you go. I gained like, what, 5 or 6 levels from that? And then, you know, I can feed the cows, get a few levels from that. If I have any wheat left, I actually don't think I do. Nope, doesn't look like it. How's this farm looking? Oh, it's actually surprisingly full. I didn't think it would be because we just mined it like semi-recently. So we'll grab up all that. Yeah, there's a stack of wheat, like just under it. So yeah, we'll go through, we'll fill all this back up. Let's plant our crops. And we can feed the cows, get a little bit more XP. And then I can go mine more trees. I do need a garbage. That's one thing that I'm kind of thinking about doing today, but we'll see. And I still have a bunch of emeralds left over, too. So, actually, what I could do is this guy. Let's level him up so that he also sells potions. There we go. Get some lapis, which like we technically need. Come on, man. Alright. We'll leave him for now, but you see my point. Like, we can level him up pretty quick. I should keep those and those. There we go. And there. Take this. Ah. Oh, Trico's light just popped on. 17 people, hey guys. Just for anyone who's just kind of joining, we are prepping for the Ender Dragon tomorrow. So the plan right now is to get a bunch of sticks and sell them and just start upgrading our gear, and then, you know, we'll accumulate wealth in the middle of that. We can actually make sticks out of bamboo, so here I can even do this for a few extra ones. Ollie! Sorry, my cat's meowing away. Really wanted to play this morning, so that's why I was a little bit late to stream. He was being quite demanding today. Stein, I'll have to go soon, really suddenly. Oh, it's okay. Hope everything's okay. Honestly, it sounds like Unknown Instinct is going to have to leave too, because they're going to have to go talk to their boss about why they hit an electrical panel with a forklift. Homie, where are you? Like, just stop. I don't know why they stop. Like, they get really confused on the spiral staircase for some reason. Pathfinding is just not great. Everything's fine? Okay, that's good. Just about time for bed. Gotcha. Yeah, sleep's important. I felt bad because, my parents don't know I'm watching your stream. Gotcha. No, I actually felt bad this morning. I got up and slept on the couch for a few hours because I kept rolling over. I couldn't get comfy last night. And so I kept rolling over, and, like, basically what happened would be, like, I'd cuddle my wife, and then, you know, I'd get uncomfortable, so I'd roll the other way, and then she'd cuddle me, and then we'd both get uncomfortable, and then cuddle the other way, and we just kept going back and forth, and I kept waking up, like, every half hour. And I was just like, okay, like, if I'm waking up, she's probably waking up. So I'm just going to go sit on the couch and sleep there. And hopefully we both get, like, a full night's sleep. And it sucks because, like, obviously we want to, like, you know, cuddle. But, you know, sleep's important too. And I will say I do feel pretty rested right now, so. And it's Thursday, so tonight my wife is doing her Sailor Moon night with her friend. It's like a weekly thing with us where she watches anime every Thursday with her friend. It's actually the same friend we did the potluck with last weekend. And, yeah, it's pretty good. Another thing, too, is I might stream this weekend. I haven't decided yet. The reason being is my wife needs to get her tires done. And, she's going to my in-laws to do that because her dad has a shop that has, like, a hoist and everything. But I don't know if I was expected to come with her for that or not. Like, we kind of briefly discussed it last night, but, like, didn't really go into full detail. But, if I go with her to that, obviously I won't stream, but if I end up staying home and, like, she goes for, like, just a solo visit, then, I may do a long stream this weekend. We'll see. But I have to discuss it with her first. Like, I know she's like driving right now. I can't really respond. But what day on the weekend? For me, it would be Saturday. So I think for you guys, it would end up being Sunday. But depending on when she decides to go up, like if she goes up on Friday, then I could technically do it tomorrow and stream twice tomorrow. But we'll see. It'll be at a much, much later time, though. Did you do villager healing? I'm behind. Is it vanilla that you can only do it once now? I don't know what you mean by villager healing. If you mean like cured the zombie villagers, then yeah, I did. That's how we started all these villagers. Really? Alright. I'm just shocked that there was more saplings. It would be Saturday night for you then. Yeah, it seems like a lot of you guys are overseas. Like, I'm in North America, so I'm in Eastern Standard Time. So I don't know how that plays out for you guys, but on the weekends I can, like, stay up late and, like, you know, have weird hours. Especially if my wife isn't here, then I can definitely stay up late. Yeah, like, for me, it would be... If I was going to start streaming, it would probably be around, like, 8 o'clock EST or something. And to be honest, depending on what happens, like, I may not even stream Minecraft. It might be, like, Rocket League or something on Twitch. I did that once, like, a month ago, and I had a couple people follow me and play with me on Twitch, just, like, on a 3v3 team. And it was a lot of fun, so... I could also finally try out Skate. We could do a bunch of games. We could just do like a Game-a-Palooza where we just do a bunch of games. But that would be basically exclusively on Twitch. And I don't think you need a Twitch account to watch me on Twitch. I think you can just go there and watch it. You just won't be able to like comment or anything. But, you know, if you wanted to make a Twitch account and follow me, that would be really helpful. Four Eyes, hello. Four Eyes is in the Twitch chat. That's another thing too. So I am streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So if you guys prefer watching me on Twitch, I am over there at Stein Plays MC. Obviously the YouTube crowd is much, much bigger than my Twitch crowd because my YouTube channel has been around for years and Twitch is, you know, a pretty recent thing for me, but you can watch unlogged for sure. Yeah, I thought so. Especially for me, because I'm not, like, monetized or anything on Twitch, so I don't see why you couldn't watch me. But, yeah. Just a heads up. If I end up going with my wife, then, like, obviously that stream won't happen. But we have to discuss it still, because I just didn't know what the plan was. She just mentioned, like, oh, I need to get my tires done. And, like, in all honesty, I need to get my tires done, so it'd actually be a good idea for me to go to where I get my tires done and do that, but... It is almost like completely doxed myself. Oh, Ollie, you stink. Oh, man. Oh, you just took a huge dump and it smells so bad. Oh, God. Ollie, what'd you eat? Little man, what are you doing? What do you think? Oh, it smells so bad. Can't remember if I did the litter yesterday. We usually do the litter box every, like, Sunday and Wednesday. It's a pretty big one, so it doesn't need to be done every single day. But we usually try to do it Wednesday, because Thursday is when my wife sometimes has her friend over for anime. So, like, you know, it keeps it fresh. But, yeah, I don't know if I did it yesterday. I think I did something else. Right, I cleaned up the backyard. That's what I did. There was a bunch of animals got into our organics bin and sprayed it everywhere, so I had to go back and pick it up. Hey, Rachel D. Man down. Man down. The kitty cat stink is real. Oh, man, I gotta, like, open a window or something. We're starting to get the cold weather, too. We only have, like, a high of, like, 6 or 7 degrees today or something like that. So, not quite cold enough to snow, but it can snow at around, like, 1 or 2 degrees, depending on, like, pressure and, like, weather. It won't stay. Like, it'll snow and, like, just kind of hit the ground and fizzle away if it does, but... where are we at? That's tons. Let's grab a bunch of saplings. Okay. That's Fiona and Cake Day if y'all do Adventure Time. So funny enough, I've actually seen the entire first season of Adventure Time years ago. I think it was on like the show itself was on like season 3 or something back then. And I think my wife has actually seen a lot of Adventure Time too with a friend of hers. But neither of us really got into it. Like I think the characters are like cool, but I don't know, I could not get into that show. There's a couple shows that I've been like wanting to watch, but like they're very like out there shows that like nobody knows about. Like I mentioned the other day, I want to watch Redwall, which was on like PBS, which is like public broadcast television basically in the US. I'm not in the US, I'm Canadian, but like we do get a lot of like American channels. And that show actually had a season 2, but it's about like a mouse who like lives in a castle, and it's like all takes place in like medieval-ish times, but like in reality there's like human-made like barns and stuff everywhere. Like it's like the setting for the show I guess is like medieval age, but reality it's like modern day. But yeah, no, the show's pretty tight. I watched it as a kid and I never got to watch it like in order. And the anime Card Captors, which I know is kind of a hot take, but sort of a weird show for like a grown man to watch, but it did a really good job with making like lore in that show, and it was on Teletoon growing up, and I always watched it out of order, and I was like, you know, I don't obviously like the fact that it's like a magical girl show, but the plot itself and like, you know, the backstory and everything is actually like pretty solid. So I've always wanted to watch through that. I actually started watching through it, and I got like halfway through season 1 and then just kind of bailed. But, oh, I need to repair my axe. Have I seen Wednesday? I haven't, actually. I heard it's good, but I haven't watched it, like, personally. You keep watching for one of those trees to grow up with me inside? Yeah, no kidding. With my luck, it would probably happen. Ollie. Sorry, give me one sec. My cat's like having a fit behind me. What's going on, bud? Where's my kitty? What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Where's my little bud? Where's your voice? Yeah, it's stinky. Yeah. You got stinky boots. Here, I'm gonna open the window a little bit. It's gonna be cold, but I got a sweater, so it's okay. Yeah, you got stinky boots. Why don't you come hang out? Here. Here, I'll move your perch right here. Come hang out. Here, will you sit in your cat tree? Ooh, bad enough it even got the cat. I think that's exactly what happened, honestly. I think he was freaking out because of the smell. But I just moved his cat tree closer to me, so I'm hoping he'll jump up in his cat tree and hang out with me. I've been trying to get him to do that for months. Okay. What up, Stickman? Can I interest you in some quality sticks? I'm actually going to throw the iron over here. I love your animal's voice. I don't know. I can be like a deep and scary voice person, so I try not to sound like that. Ollie, you're right here, buddy. Oh, there he goes. There he goes, off to God knows where. I don't know if you guys can hear him. He's totally fine. He sounds like he's in pain. It's just how he meows. Someone else joined the Discord, by the way. That's good. I don't know who it was, but thanks for joining the Discord. Yeah, he stumped himself out of his own litter box. And then complained about it. I mean, to be fair, I think when everybody takes like a really bad dump, they're like, oh god. So it's just his little kitty way of doing it, I guess. Here. Oops. Well, this guy got some bonus sticks, it looked like. Unless... no, it doesn't work. What if I... What's going on, buddy? You're being crazy. Hey! What's going on? You don't need to do that. Come here. Hey, bud. I tried to pet him and then he ran away. Now he's gonna start screaming again because that's just what he does. You're completely bought out of sticks. You're not buying sticks. You're not buying sticks, but you are. Alright, let's see where this gets us. So, let's see if we can upgrade this guy a little bit. There, he sells glowstone. Which we actually kind of need a little bit. You also sell pearls. Look at you go. I don't want to buy too many pearls now because we don't really need them. Because once we get to the end, it's not going to matter. But for now, anyways. I'll toss those back in here. And there we go. Mr. Burr, what are we doing? Hey! Why are you freaking out? You got your poofy tail and everything. Why are you freaking out? Come here. Hi. What's going on? Here he is. Little man. Of course, he gets closer to the mic and then stops screaming. Yo, this tea is fire. Guys, we killed the tea today. Yo. Crushed tea time this week. We had some good teas this week. All right. Let me... Hell yeah, we crushed tea time this week. Here, this won't get us to level 30, but it'll be close enough that I could probably go, like, kill some cows or something. I do need to grab a few diamonds. And this. I have a feeling we're going to end up needing to just make a new axe. I didn't realize this was only on breaking 1. To be honest, I'd rather just keep it for now and make a new axe. Here. Where is this axe? shoot, that's right. Here, let me grab this. There. Ola Golem finally became a statue. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, it took almost 100 days, but it finally happened. Actually running a lot lower on cows than I thought after this, but we have like 4 stacks of meat now, so actually probably more than that, so I'm probably okay. Have you ever leveled up your cartographer? Do you think he'll send you to a trial chamber map? I don't know. I haven't tried yet. That was actually part of the plan once I got what I needed out of the clerics. Probably the next thing I'm going to level up, but if these cows will kindly let me jump on my carpet. There we go. Yeah, let's try the diamond pick. What does this give us? Efficiency 4 again. Come on, Silk Touch. Oh my god, again? I'm getting so unlucky with Silk Touch. Okay, what will this do? I'm breaking 3, so that could also be Silk Touch. And then I need to make armor too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Prot 3, Prot 2, and so yeah, we'll just keep that for now. Here, I can even break down this one for a little bit of extra XP. Oh, I didn't realize I had 2 of them. There. Alright. Let's go throw this food in the furnace and get what we got, because we might actually get a bunch of XP for that. I'm just like min-maxing XP right now. Hello, sir. Buy my sticks. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. There we go. Oof, that was painful. Efficiency 4 and Unbreaking 3 is a great pick. I know. But it's not what I'm looking for right now, so... It won't really matter once we get mending, but for now, I'm just kind of... faking the funk with the nasty dunk. Okay. So we got one more level. I'm using a bunch of these chests for like random stuff. Here. Food. Put this in here as well. Here, I'll just keep it, whatever. We have a lot of leather too. So I don't really know what to do with that. Nope. Getting lazy now. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine, I guess. We'll keep this out. And I'll dump that in there. Sure. Let's go see if this pick works. I'm breaking 3. Oh my god, you're killing me here. Here, let's try this. Blast Protection 4, there we go. So I know what we're getting next. So here, we'll just toss these in so that we don't get confused. And let's make a... My problem is I want a better axe, but if I enchant something right now, it's going to override the enchants. So I guess I'm gonna just repair the axe I have, even though it's not great. chipped anvil. Yeah. We're using a lot more diamonds for this than I would have hoped. So, I hope we get what we need soon. Onward. What up, Gilfor? Look at this dude. Here. Can I, like, bait you? Thank you. Just kind of toss that in there. Blast Protection 4 is amazing in hardcore. Yeah, it's the best enchantment in my opinion. It's the one enchantment in hardcore where it'll like legitimately save your life if you're not paying attention. Like if you get blown up by a creeper from behind you, there's not much you can do to stop that, but Blast Protection will keep you alive. Yeah, that guy he didn't need to join the boat club. He had like a family membership, so we just needed to get him to, like, you know, review his paperwork. You know, come sign some paperwork, renew it, and he was good to go. So, we didn't need to trap him in a boat. Alright, guys. 25 viewer, well, 27 with Twitch, and 6 likes, so thanks a lot for that, guys. I appreciate it. For such an early stream, this is pretty good. We crushed it yesterday. I was looking at the numbers this morning. I couldn't believe it. We actually had more watch time yesterday and more viewers yesterday than the 7-hour stream the day before. So even though the stream was like almost twice as long the day before, we had less watch time on it than yesterday. Feather Falling 4 is the only thing that I think that trumps it. Sorta. Like, you can avoid falling. You can't avoid a creeper walking up behind you and blowing you up. Like, that's just bad luck. Like, you could just be, like, walking through a cave and that happens. But you can definitely control whether or not you yeet yourself off a cliff or get too close to a cliff and then get pushed off of it, so... I did get feather falling on my gold boots, so... we should be pretty solid in that department. I think we'll be okay for the dragon fight. To be honest, like, I can do the dragon fight in, like, full iron, but in hardcore, I like to have a little bit of backup, so, like, protection and things like that. Because, like, I speedrun the game sometimes, right? So sometimes you walk in there and you have, like, leather and iron armor, and not much else, maybe a bit of gold. And, you know, I don't even have a bow sometimes. Sometimes I just have snowballs. So, it sort of depends. But, like, could I take down the dragon right now? Probably. But do I want to risk it in hardcore and lose the entire file? Not really. It sucks, like, getting to the dragon and then losing the entire file on the dragon. That's, like, the worst. That's happened to me before, like, a few times. Not on stream, but... And then, in terms of getting an elytra, I don't know if I actually want one in this file, to be honest. Like, we barely used it in the last one. And, like, obviously that was, like, my choice, because, again, like, once you get an elytra, like, on a server or in a file, it really solves a lot of problems and kind of makes the playthrough stale. That's, for example, if anyone who watches Dream SMP, like, that's why that happened, like, why they banned elytras on the server. Because, like, it just would have made things way too easy, and that's why only Philza got one, because it was part of his lore. But, yeah, no, it makes the game... Like, for example, like, we've been looking for a slime swamp, right? With an elytra, it would take me, like, 5 minutes. If that. You know what I mean? So you just gotta kind of watch what you want to do. Like, I'm good with the elytra. I know how to use the elytra. We even have, a renewable source of gunpowder. But it just kind of ruins the playthrough, so... I haven't quite decided if I'm going to go to the end city and, like, go get it. I might go to the end city just to get shulker boxes. Like, that might be a thing. Keyword might. But, you know, for now, it's kind of not a big deal to me. I hear a zombie villager. Must be underground or something. Oh, yeah, he's probably underneath here. So, I want to get back up to level 30 so I can get blast protection 4 on my chest plate, because we got protection 4 on the helmet. Usually I'd reverse those, but it doesn't really matter what it's on as long as you get the enchantment, so... Honestly, having it on the chest plate isn't like the worst idea. It's just not how I typically do it. And eventually we need to get a librarian, so... Some of those villagers down there might meet with an untimely end. And we'll have to make some new ones. Because I never did get mending. Oops. Rebalancing the elytra is the biggest crisis of Minecraft developers. Yeah, they tried to make it slower like a little while back. They made it so that rockets don't make you go as far. But it was such a minimal change that like nobody even noticed. And the people that did notice, like I noticed, just didn't really care because they had so much gunpowder and so many things that it didn't really matter. You can just use more rockets. You know what I mean? Oh, hello. Like, if they wanted to change that, they should make gunpowder, like, a rarer drop or something. And even then, like, it's not a huge deal. Because, like, you can also make, like, the better rockets, right? Even when they tried to, like, you know, make it worse, it sort of didn't. Okay. Let's head back home. And sell some more sticks. We can actually potentially sell iron. This dude. I'm pretty sure the blast furnace guy, he buys iron after a certain point. So we can also look into that for extra emeralds / XP. Because I do need to level him up too, because he might actually have like armor trades that we can combine with our armor we already have. Like he might just sell feather falling diamond boots. Here. Mob drops, plants. Toss this in here. Selling iron is what I always do. Yeah. It's a good source of emeralds. Like I think it's like 4 iron for 1 emerald, so it's not like a horrible trade. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, right now he's just selling iron helmets. I just hate leveling those guys up because you end up with like a bunch of random armor pieces that you're never going to use. Did I max you out? I did. And the other thing too is we're actually going to get a bunch of good arrows and stuff from selling to these guys once we max them out. So we could end up with like weakness arrows or something to fight the dragon with, which would be pretty cool. I know healing arrows, they harm the wither like crazy. So I don't know if there's like an equivalent to that for the dragon, but... just do this. And do this. Sell to this guy. Perfect. Iron is a level 2 buy. Okay. So yeah, like we could even... Sucks that you can't stack them. 3. So then he levels up and sells boots. So here I can toss a bunch of iron. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Like, that's why you need a garbage. We're gonna keep this pick as our backup one. We could disenchant a bunch of stuff. That'll work. And then also, what's up, homie? Sell me your goo. Where's the other one? There we go. And I don't think this will get us to level 30, but it'll get us close. Oh, maybe. Here, I don't want to throw that at the golem by accident. Ah. None of this is cooking because I have no fuel. Maybe if I disenchant all the stuff in my inventory, though, it'll get us close enough to level 30. Yeah, it probably will, actually. Hey! And that. Okay. So now, get some lapis. There we go. Put that bad boy on. Now we're cooking. Rot 4, blast protection 4. Yeah, so we got 2 things with blast protection, so that should be more than enough. And then can I take this? Blast protection 4, unbreaking 3. There we go. Now we're cooking. So we got prot 4 and blast protection 4 and fire protection 3. And a little bit of feather falling. Bacon Kink has arrived in the chat. So cool, so Sigma, oh my god, I'm such a huge fan. Can you say ooh? Man, I don't get the whole ooh thing. It's so bizarre. Yeah, like I'm not too worried about projectile protection. I can just like dodge, you know, use the shield. I have a way to deal with projectiles, but I don't really have a way to deal with being on fire. So fire protection is good. I don't have a way to deal with a creeper blowing me up from behind. Pause. So, you know, blast protection. And then protection just overall, just to like minimize damage as a whole is good. So we're pretty good. Let me check. Yeah, see, like, that could be Silk Touch. It could not be, but we have no idea. So, we still got to keep going. I wish I had more fuel. That was another thing I kind of wanted to do today, was just go out and get more coal. Which shouldn't be too hard to do. I guess I could go get lava buckets, technically, too. But that just seems kind of silly. There we go. Just take that. And throw in some of this. So Stein, could you download low fire texture pack if you hate the fire on your screen? I mean, I don't mind the default texture pack, guys. I didn't think it was a big deal. There we go. Feed the puppos. I wish he wasn't getting pushed by the iron golem a bunch, but here we are. Just push you out of the way for a sec. There we go. Sorry, puppos. Yeah, let's go sell these sticks, and then we can... You guys haven't even reset your trades yet? What are you doing? You fools. Okay, I'm out. Good luck prepping for the dragon today. Nice, man. Thanks for showing up for the stream and, you know, showing the support. Thanks to all you guys for showing the support too, honestly, but, you know, this was relevant with context. So, and then, yeah, this guy is frozen solid. Check it out. He's, yeah. YMCA. YMCAA. He'll do everything that you need to enjoy. He will sort through all your toys. Alright, yeah, let's grab a few more trees. Hopefully we can get a silk touch pick soon. And then the only thing after that we need is a good bow, which I'm hoping that once we level up all of the Fletchers, they'll have enough bows that I can just combine them together to make a good bow. You know what I mean? Because, like, I can enchant for one and that's fine, but if I can get one that, like, at least has power 4 on it, then I can just, like, you know, trade it with one of them that has, like, an Unbreaking 3-1 or whatever, or an Infinity or something. And that'll be huge for taking out the crystals and hitting the dragon from a distance when it won't perch. I actually heard that the community keeps track of, like, how long it takes for a dragon to perch and, like, how many verified cases of it just not perching there are. Because I guess it's, like, semi-random. And, I don't know if it's, like, the world record, but I heard that there was a run that someone recorded. I think it might have been XQC, where the dragon didn't perch for, like, a full 15 minutes. It just would not come down. And, you know, obviously, like, again, I could probably go fight the dragon right now, but this is all stuff we also need to do for the file anyways, because, like, after the dragon, we're going to need all these enchantments, so I'm glad we have blast protection finally, though. That was kind of starting to scare me when we went exploring, that, us be walking through a forest and just die to a random creeper, so. We are in much better shape now. And depending on the bastion situation in the nether, we could end up with netherite in this file. Last file, we actually got pretty unlucky. I actually went back after the fact to check the seed, and there was a bastion with the template in it near our portal. But because of where it was, we would have had to take, like, a really, like, ass-backwards way to get to it. And so we just never found it. Like, it was actually, like, 200 blocks away from our main portal, but it was, like, half buried inside a cliff, and unless we had dug, like, a very specific direction, like, there's no way we would have found it. So, it happens. It was just a bit of bad luck, I guess. But hopefully in this file we can find a bastion pretty quick. And, get us some netherite. Like, getting ancient debris is easy. Getting ancient debris is actually, like, way easier than getting diamond, in my opinion. You can find it way faster. Because, like, you mine through netherrack to find it. And netherrack is way easier to insta-mine when you have efficiency 4 than stone is. And I feel like the frequency of ancient debris, while the veins aren't as big, because it only ends up being, like, a vein of, like, 3 or 4 at max. Like, the fact that you find it so frequently, like, you can get enough for full netherite, like, pretty quickly. Compared to, like, full diamond. Alright, ladies and gents. How are we for wood? Let's take down this tree, maybe a couple more. Just so I don't have to keep running back. Do it in, like, one big go. How are we for emeralds? Still have over half a stack. But hopefully we get Silk Touch soon, because then once we get Silk Touch, we can carry the Ender Chest with us, and that's huge. That's like way more storage space. I can put all my dragon prep in the storage. The other thing too is I'm trying to purposely not sleep as much today in the hopes that I can get a Phantom Membrane. Because if I get a Phantom Membrane, then I can make a slow falling potion, and that'll make the dragon fight like infinitely easier. The other thing too is I want to try and grab Dragon's Breath this time around, so we don't have to respawn the dragon to get it. Don't get me wrong, like we will respawn the dragon eventually, just for like shits and giggles, but Dragon Breath is nice because you can make tipped arrows with it. You can get the best arrows in the game, like crazy good harming arrows. Those are the arrows that in PvP you run if someone has them. I remember when I was on the Abyss server, I was the only one that decided to make them, and I remember like one guy started messing with me, and like PvP was allowed on the server, but very rarely did one player kill another unless it was like for a joke, like they were in like VC together or something. And I only had to threaten a player one time where I found them on my base and I didn't want them to be, and I shot them once with the arrow and I took out 8 of their hearts and they just freaking ran. I was just like, yeah, no. Don't touch my stuff. And that was the last I ever heard of them coming to my base without me being there. Yeah, harming arrows are no joke. Like, if you accidentally run into a skeleton that has harming arrows, you are screwed if it hits you. And I would love to get another beacon, too. Because now that we got the iron farm early, we'll actually have enough blocks to just make it out of full iron, like, right from the get-go. So if I can find another 2 wither skulls, that would be great. We don't even have a looting sword yet, so I was actually shocked that we got one the other day. It was not my intention to find one. Alright, guys. How are we for logs? Let's do one more tree after this, and then we'll go see where we're at for levels. I don't think this will get us to level 30, though. So that's why I'm kind of like, maybe I should grab another tree. Like an extra one. Grab a bunch of the saplings when I get back here. Beacon. Yeah, what about the beacon? We had one in season 2. We just got it like a few episodes before the death, but we hadn't really like done anything with it yet. Make a string duper. Nah, I don't know about that. I know what you mean. You use the tripwire hooks to do it, right? I don't know, there's certain things that I consider to be like really cheaty, and then there's certain things that I'm like okay with. Like TNT bombers, I'm kind of fine with, because just to get the materials to make one TNT bomber is like kind of a pain. It uses a lot of iron, it uses a lot of quartz, it uses redstone, it uses slime, it uses like coral. Like, you have to get so many different things that I'm like kind of justified, like, okay, fine, I can use this game-breaking glitch if you can manage to get all this stuff. But like string dupers and sand dupers, like I made a sand duper in my single player file because I was making the whole underwater area and I needed it for all the glass. Because had I actually tried to mine all that glass like legitimately, like I did the math, and it would have taken me like a month. So I just said screw it and just made a sand duper using the end portal. But even that I feel kind of like weird about doing. That's kind of like, for me, that's crossing the line, but I kind of, because of the circumstance, I said, okay, fine. Geez, there's a lot of saplings here. This tree was cooking. 2, 3, 4. This one's just not growing, so. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can do one here. I just want to make sure that I'm still replanting trees after I knock them all down, you know? I heard a spider, I don't see him though. Got our sheep over here now. They're a little spread out, but they are here. And what the heck? I'll throw an individual tree here. Okay. So, look at this dude. You don't fear me now. I have blast protection. And God and anime on my side. No, definitely not. Alright, so let's run back home. I'll just grab the iron along the way, as we've been doing. Yeah, it seems like every time I come here there's a stack of iron, so we have more than enough now. We got Gilfor up here. Look at this dude. He's like, yeah, what's up, bro? Like, don't the happy gas just look stoned? Like, I can't be the only one, right? Dude looks like he wants me to pass him the Doritos. Actually, if you ever want to see a really funny parody, look up Pokemon Rusty. It was a parody by, I want to say College Humor, I'm not sure. About this, like, kid starting his Pokemon journey, but just, like, being awful at it. It's pretty funny. But instead of Professor Oak, there's Professor Tree. And he's supposed to just count Pidgeys all day. That's, like, his job. And he's just, like, a giant stoner. He's just like, yeah, they gave me a government grant, and all you gotta do is count Pidgeys all day. Whoa. He's just, like, a typical, like, stoner guy. It's pretty funny. Here, buy my sticks. I can't help but wonder. Yeah, a bunch of the XP is getting stuck. I thought so. I had a sneaking suspicion that was happening. It's kind of okay, but it just kind of slows us down a little bit. Get some more sticks. And yes, I know there is a faster way to do this, but here. There we go. This guy can buy more sticks. This guy can buy even more sticks. I wish this iron golem would get the heck out of the way. They always seem to walk in like the one spot you don't want them to, you know? Here's sticks. There we go. What I was gonna do was there. just as a means to, like, hold stuff while I do all this, because obviously they can't, and I don't want to sleep, so... Hello, sir. Wait, wasn't there? Okay, yeah, I thought so. I was like, wasn't there 2 iron golems here before? Okay, so that goes to 27. What's in here probably will get us close to 30, if not at 30. Here, let me recoup some of this. And hopefully we get some decent XP from this. Yeah, not horrible. Got like almost a full level. Okay, we even have sticks in here. Look at that. I'm just trying to see if I can like manipulate the game time a little bit so that the end of the stream ends on day 100. And so far it's actually kind of working. So if I don't sleep, that adds an extra like half hour. And that'll kind of get us where we need to be. I'm just kind of bummed because, well, no, I don't have enough time to make a melon farm. I was just thinking of like other ways we can get more income. Let's level up this guy a little bit more. I just want to shift click so bad, but it's going to waste so many emeralds if I try to. Come on, and there we go. Do you buy iron yet? I don't think he's gonna buy iron. After this trade, he should sell some diamond gear, though. Okay. Actually, wasn't I? Yeah. Yeah, so what has he got? He's got diamond boots and legs, and the enchantments are crap. Okay, well... It is what it is. At least we got a little bit of XP from that, too. So we'll do that. Here. Just to say we have chainmail stuff. And I need to toss a bunch of stuff. So I'm just going to go over here. Dolphin's Grace. Do. You know, throw your trash in the ocean. That's great advice, right? I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Do not do that. That is not cool. Okay. So, what's the clock say? So, it's going to be morning soon anyways. 1 level shy, too. That sucks. Is there anything else I can do to get XP? Like, technically, I need to buy a bow. Power 2, unbreaking 1. You're not even leveled up yet. Did he not hit full level? I guess not. There we go. Unbreaking. Okay. There. Everybody's awake now. What do you sell? Power 1. Power 2. Okay, so we can at least get a power bow just by buying a few bows. I want these dudes to reset their trades. Taking their sweet time to do it, though. Here, toss this stuff in here for now. And let's go grab a couple more trees. Sorry, I know this is kind of repetitive, but it was kind of the plan for today, so... ooh, Minecraft rain. Get those ASMR vibes in. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the ASMR channel. Today we're going to be listening to some cool Minecraft rain. I tried to put on like a radio voice there, but I just don't know how to do it. I actually know a few people who did like radio broadcasting as their major. And I don't talk to them very much anymore, but I always thought that was like interesting that was like a thing you could take in school. Just like radio broadcasting. Actually, speaking of weird professions, I don't know if this is true or not, so like take it with a grain of salt. But I was watching this video that came up in my feed yesterday. And apparently the first like signs of like a carcinogen, so like something that's like poisonous to you that causes cancer. The first like inkling we had that was a thing was because I guess like back in the 18 and 1700s, they used to use orphans as chimney sweeps, and they would like lube them up and then send them up like chimney stacks to like clean them out. And all those people that like were used for that ended up all getting a very specific type of cancer. I actually think it was testicular cancer. And that was their first thought, that like maybe like, hey, maybe breathing in a bunch of like carcinogenic smoke during your youth and most of your like teens may not be good for you. And then nothing else was like thought of that. Like I guess like a doctor like commented about that, and then no one like brought it up again for another like 100 years. So all these like buttered up orphans were basically being shoved up a chimney, and they all got cancer in the exact same way. And no one thought to be like, hey, maybe this isn't safe. And, you know, the study kind of ended because chimney sweeps became, you know, obsolete after a point. And, you know, like child labor laws and stuff kicked in. So, like, there was never, it wasn't like a noticeable thing long enough for people to do an actual study about it, because, like, it just was no longer an issue. So they didn't bother to, like, put the time or work in to study it. But apparently that's true. Like, the lady in the video was, like, laughing because she's like, we were buttering up orphans. And I was like, I don't know about that. But, yeah, apparently that's, like, a thing. I love hearing, like, weird stories like that. Actually, like, way back in the day, I used to watch this guy called Fluffy Talks. And, he basically just sat behind a camera and just like talked about like weird internet stories for a couple minutes, and then like kind of joked about them and then moved on to the next one. Not too dissimilar to like how like Reddit channels work nowadays, but he added a little bit more like commentary to it. And believe it or not, he was actually like one of the biggest YouTubers in Canada for like the longest time. He actually had more subs. He jokes about this still, but he had more subscribers than Justin Bieber. But yeah, he kind of fell off a little bit like when the algorithm changed, and like he does kind of like stoner humor. So obviously YouTube wasn't like, hey, we should promote this guy more. They kind of went like, hey, like here's some other creators, maybe do stuff with them. And he did a couple collabs, but his whole vibe, it didn't match YouTube's vision, I guess. And so he still has his channel, but he's not nearly as popular as he used to be. I haven't watched him in a long time, so I don't know, like, you know, hopefully he's not in any, like, controversies or anything, but, yeah, Fluffy Talks, shout out to that guy. That guy was so funny back in the day. Alright, I'm hoping that we can get, I think we can get a decent bow by combining bows with the Fletcher, so I'm not super worried about that. I just want to get Silk Touch. It's really frustrating me that the only form of Silk Touch I have is on that shovel. So, I'm hoping that we get lucky this time around and we can finally get Silk Touch on an axe. Or a pickaxe, sorry. And I'd love to get a faster axe too, but it's not like... It's not on my list of things to do for the dragon fight. Like, of course, I could go try and enchant a book and get sharpness and put it on an axe. which, like, depending on where I'm at in stream time today, I will. But we'll see. Doop, doop, doop. I'm just glad my cat quieted down and that his poop doesn't stink anymore. I opened a window, so it's a little chilly in here now, but... oh, actually, that reminds me. Give me one sec. There we go. I just remembered we turned the heat on for the first time last night, and I just opened a window, so I was like, oh crap, like the heat's gonna kick on soon, and start wasting a bunch of money, so... Like, I don't know what it's like where you guys are from, but like, our electricity bill, typically it's called hydro, because we use like hydroelectric power, mostly in Canada, but like we do have a few nuclear plants here and there. I've actually seen a nuclear plant in person, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, like during the summertime, electricity is like a lot cheaper. And then in the wintertime, when everyone's using their like electric heaters and stuff to stay warm, electricity bills typically like double or sometimes even triple in price. So now that we're starting to get to the cold weather, we have to be kind of mindful of, you know, how much electricity we're using. Which, like, I never understood that, because, like, in the summertime, you're using, like, AC units, and, like, AC units use a lot of electricity. Like, they're basically, like, a mini refrigerator, and, like, refrigerators are, like, one of the biggest, like, electrical, like, appliances in your house. So I never understood why exactly it was cheaper in the summer as opposed to the winter. I feel like it should just be the same all year round, but, yeah, we turned the heat on last night, and I was like, oh crap, I don't want to waste a bunch of money, so... Yeah, unfortunately, like, you can get electric heating or gas heating in your house, and, you know, natural gas is usually a lot cheaper than heating with electricity, but unfortunately in our apartment we have electric heating, so... You know, the joys of being an adult and paying bills. Yeah, no, actually, years ago, it's probably cheaper in the summer because more people are home throughout the day in that time of year. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, I did a school trip years ago to McMaster University in, I want to say Hamilton, I think is the city. I don't know, it's kind of far. But yeah, we got to go in and we had to go through like, you know, a bunch of clearance and stuff, and there's these big concrete walls that like block all the radiation and stuff. And then we got to see the pool of, I believe it's H2O2 or H3O or something like that. But basically it's like water with extra stuff in it that helps block all of the radiation escaping. And if you looked like really, really deep, like it was like a really deep swimming pool. And if you looked really far down, you could see just like this like faint glowing like bluish purple light. Again, I'm colorblind, so you're gonna have to kind of imagine it. I think it's blue though. And they're like, oh yeah, that's uranium. They're like, yeah, that's just like a bunch of uranium glowing down there, and you guys are protected by this basically like crazy water. And yeah, like it really does glow like radioactive material. Like you know, obviously you've seen radioactive material in like, oh, we got visitors. You know, we've seen radioactive material in like, you know, smoke detectors and things like that, or like uranium glass if you've ever seen that. But it was really cool to see just like a hunk of, you know, radioactive material, and it was just glowing under its own power. They're like, yep, this is it. I don't think they use that reactor for like producing electricity though. I think they use it for like research. Like it's not like powering the city or anything like that. I think it's just strictly there to, I think it might power the hospital there. But I don't know if they actually use it to like power the city itself. I don't think so. If they do, like, cool, but I don't think so. Am I really out of food? Oh shoot! All right. I did not realize. Yeah, I'm being a little risky right now, but you know, we got blast protection now, so it's not as risky, I guess. Just make sure I don't run into a witch, that's all. Like that. What are the odds of that? I say witch and then I hear one giggle. Alright, yeah. Let's run back to the house. I'm not even gonna deal with these guys right now. Come on, give me Dolphin's Grace. This dolphin just like sleeping over here. Out of food, can't run, nighttime approaches, haven't slept in a while. What could go wrong? Yeah, no, we're totally fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm actually just shocked I ran out of food. I didn't realize I was that low. I cooked all that food in the beginning of the stream, so I didn't think I was running low. We just crossed the 2-hour mark of the stream, guys, so shout out to everybody who's sticking around. In for the long haul today a little bit. Alright, I am not going to sleep because I am trying to force phantoms. Unfortunately, I slept a couple times during the beginning before I fully realized that plan, but let's grab all these sticks and sell to this guy. Here, let me... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, hopefully we can get enough XP from this. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's get this dude. Give me all the rest of the experience. Oh, yeah. We'll be fine. There we go, level 30. And we can load up on sticks again. Look at this dude, just like throwing stuff at him. There we go. You're maxed out as well. I didn't do that. Weird. And we'll trade this guy. There we go. So now we can trade with you. Grab that. Puppo's got to get out of the way. Trade with this guy. There we go. Should get us to at least level 34. And we got a bunch of emeralds now too, which is great. I'm actually going to throw... I'm hoping we won't need more than this, so let me toss a bunch of this in here. Because we were low on wood. I'm going to grab these books as well. Depending on how this goes now. If we can get the Silk Touch pickaxe first try, then we can potentially get sharpness for an axe. Let's see what happens. Alright, Silk Touch, Silk Touch, Silk Touch. Please, Silk Touch. No Silk Touch. Alright, come on, Silk Touch. Fortune, are you kidding? I still don't have Silk Touch? That's crazy. Alright, we got one more try after this. That's insane. I have never in my life had this hard a time getting Silk Touch. That is absolutely absurd. Alrighty. What else can I sell? I can sell gold. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't even believe that. Like, I don't want to sell gold if I can help it, but... looks like we might not have a choice. Sir, buy my gold. I can't believe they buy turtle scoots, too. Like, those are like a rare commodity. You know what? We actually do have a few pumpkins and stuff we can sell. Here, I'm gonna leave 2 there. Just I want to make sure we still have enough for, like, seeds. Yeah. Yeah, this will get us a few emeralds, I guess. I'm doing it less for the emeralds and more for the XP, but... oh, you're not a farmer. You're not a farmer at all! Yeah, and then... I guess I can technically do this. Do that, just be a big spender. And this guy sells suspicious stews, but he also sells cake. Cake for everyone. Oh, everybody just woke up. Here. So, this is going to be kind of annoying, but we'll just do that for now. Hopefully they reset their trade soon, but we did hit level 30, which is good. Cakes. So many cakes. Actually, you know what? This actually kind of acts like a slab, so I can just walk up and down this. So, not actually a bad thing. That we got a bunch of cakes there. But let's see about selling some more gold. There we go. And here, let's start working towards buying a good bow. So we're gonna need 4 of these. Oh, kind of, those are regen arrows. Nice. Actually, get a couple of these bad boys. Give it Unbreaking 2. There's another power bow. So yeah, we combine those. That's our power 4. And then this would be Unbreaking 2. And that would be Unbreaking 3. I'm not going to do that yet because it's going to cost XP, so I'll do it last. Let me toss them in here. And then, let's see, food chest. We're on day 99, so our schedule is actually being held by not sleeping. I might have to wait until next stream to potentially get a phantom membrane, but it's not a huge deal. Okay. Keep that. Well, throw this in here. Keep the food. That's fine. Okay. Sounds like everybody's restocking. Sticks. Sorry, this is kind of the boring part, but I'm hoping this is the last set of trading I need to do. I can't believe we got that unlucky with Silk Touch. I'm almost wondering if I should just do books instead and try and get a Silk Touch book through that. And then I need to buy more of these. And more of these. All right. And did you reset your trade? You did. Look at you go. Sticks. That was weird. Okay. So this should get us to like level 37 at the very least, maybe even 38. Okay. Hopefully this is it. I'm going to check the books too as I do it. Just to see like maybe I'll get a Silk Touch book and I can just like throw it on the other pickaxe. Because then I don't need to worry about getting efficiency 4 or anything. But we'll see. So that very well could be. Where did I leave those books upstairs, or am I just dumb? I'm just dumb. Bane of Arthropods, Feather Falling 2. Okay. Let's try the pickaxe. Okay, what about this? Nope. So, get rid of that. Again, it could be, but breaking 3, quick charge, smite. Nope. This is insane. I can't actually believe this. It has never been this hard for me to get Silk Touch before. I've gotten Fortune 3 like 6 times now. Sharpness 4 book, though. That we can put on an axe. So let's get a bit more XP, and we can get that. That'll make the dragon fight a lot faster. I actually don't typically put sharpness on my axe until like much later. So yeah, grab a bunch of that. Bunch of that. So, at least we can get a sharpness axe. There we go. Loyalty 3 would be sick, but yeah, there's still no guarantee. That's insane, man. I have never had this bad luck with enchanting. We haven't even seen Silk Touch. That's what's blowing my mind right now. Okay, well, sell a bunch of this gold, I guess. As much as I didn't want to have to do that. That's just baffling me that we haven't found Silk Touch. Okay. Nope. That's crazy, man. I actually can't believe that. Oh, we're just shy, too. Another Fortune 3. Oh my god, next trade. Silk Touch. Jesus Christ, that took so long. Alright, need to get 3 levels. That took way longer than it should have. I don't even care that Depth Strider is there. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna use that other pick upstairs. Didn't change. Okay, good. That's crazy, man. Like, we got everything else except Silk Touch. Like, Silk Touch, I usually get Silk Touch before Fortune. Like, that's how, like, ridiculous that is. Losing Aura, I know. I need to go stand off on a cliff like Piccolo for a bit. And it's almost nighttime, too. Alright, let's go get at least 2 levels worth of sticks. I know, I gotta go farm some Aura. Screw, we're doing the dragon fight right now. No, I'm kidding. At least we got it, like, right on day 100, because, like, next morning is day 100. I just need to, make sure I get enough sticks out of this to hit level 30. And then I can replace the Fortune on that extra bonus pickaxe with Silk Touch. And then I can make a... Well, I can't make a second ender chest yet, but I know where there's some lava and I can get obsidian, so... Dragon fight's gonna be tomorrow. I'm probably gonna try and start the stream at 6 tomorrow. 6 o'clock EST, so I don't know what that is for you guys. Just so I get a good night's sleep, so I'm not like, now out of it while I'm fighting the dragon, because obviously I need to be awake for that. And then we'll do a quick little brief, and then we'll go look for the portal, because it's going to take a little while to get there, too. Because I'm going to need to find the end portal, and then I also need to, find the actual portal room without dying, so... but we are a lot more prepared now, so I probably won't die on the way there. It's just a matter of getting there. Don't forget to bring bottles. Yes, I'm actually going to load up my ender chest, hopefully before night ends, with a bunch of bottles. And then that way I can collect Dragon's Breath. 6 a.m. EST. AM. For me, it's AM, so it's morning. So, right around the time I would normally stream, basically. I'm just not doing it, like, super early. I might go a little bit earlier than that, we'll see. I just want to try and, like, because here's the thing. So the last time we did the dragon fight, that was when we had, like, 100 and something people in the chat. And yesterday, on just, like, a normal day, we had 70. So, basically... I'm hoping that we end up with over 200 viewers tomorrow, but we'll see. You don't want to wake up early tomorrow? I mean, for you it'll be a Saturday, so it's not as big a deal, is it? Your call. I guess I do need to take that into account, too, if anyone's going to be up that early on a Saturday. But yeah, like last time we did the dragon fight, I'm pretty sure we did it on a Friday. And we had like 112 people or something total. And so I'm hoping that we get kind of a repeat of that. And we break the stream record. Because like my stream record is still my one from like a few years back where I had like 117. So I'm hoping we can top that tomorrow with the dragon fight. And then depending on how many people are there and what's happening, I might go get an elytra. Just because, like, I want to keep the people around and viewership up. And we're actually really, really close to 4,900 subscribers, too. I actually checked that this morning. We need, like, 8 subscribers. And I don't know if anyone's subscribed today watching the stream, but very, very close. So, my guy. They're all stuck underneath here. So, I don't know what to expect. All I know is that every other time I have fought the Ender Dragon and made a big deal out of it, you know, a lot of people showed up to watch the fight. So I'm hoping the same happens tomorrow, and then combining that... Give me my wood. Combining that with the fact that we're up earlier than usual, because that seems to be helping the numbers, getting everybody from Australia to be able to see. And then on top of that, just like having more subscribers than before, I'm like cautiously optimistic we can get over 200 viewers, which would be huge, because even if I can get like 1 or 2 of those people to flop over to Twitch, then I might be able to get affiliate status on Twitch. So we'll see. Yeah, sorry, Bacon. I'll stall as much as I can so you can sleep in, but just for you. Like, it's going to take me a while to get there, too, so if I can spend the first 20 minutes collecting some stuff, and then, you know, making sure I have everything before I go, and then, you know, going all the way there, and then finding it and stuff like that, like, you might actually wake up before I even start the fight. Like, it's probably going to take me at least half an hour to an hour to get to the dragon and actually, like, you know, clear all the pillars off and start the fight. So, You got a little bit of time, but we'll see. Also, side note, sort of unrelated, but I don't know why I haven't gotten another interview. Like, I've been applying to a couple other places. You know, I'm still holding off for that one job. And I actually got an email yesterday from the recruiter being like, hey, you're still under consideration. Don't worry, we haven't forgot about you. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, thanks for keeping me in the loop at least. But, I've applied to a couple other places and I haven't heard, like, anything from them. So that's a little odd to me. I even keep checking, like, my junk mail and stuff just to make sure. But, yeah, nothing. Look at this dude. So, I think I might go ham this afternoon and just mass apply to a bunch of different places. But, we'll see. Honestly, I thought for sure that the stream would have been on the new hours by now, so the fact that it's not is kind of weird to me, but I've never had this hard a time finding a job before. It's usually, like, pretty easy. Like, growing up, they'd say, like, oh, you're in school for engineering, or, oh, you're an engineer, whatever. Oh, we'll hire you while you're in school. Oh, we'll hire you before you go off to school. You're clearly smart and, you know, a good kid, whatever. And this is the first time where I've been kind of, like, scratching my head and being like, wow, like, why can't I find work? Like, this is weird. Like, again, not the end of the world, but it is very bizarre. Here, can I... Did he kill him? No, I guess not. My guy. Can you not? There, got some of my aura back. Gil4 is just off in the distance watching. But yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. Like, I know the job market's weird with, like, you know, Mr. Trump screwing things over around the world, but yeah, I really don't know what to make of that. I have all these, like, qualifications and stuff, and yet for some reason I just can't find work, and it's weird. That's like, I go into a job and they're like, hey, you're overqualified, we don't want to hire you. And then I go into an engineering job, they're like, hey, there's 50 other applicants and we can pay this guy less than you, so sorry. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's a little frustrating. Here. Stop. Well, I'm in this room anyways. I'm getting lazy with the organization because Jeeves is gone. I'll probably resurrect him tomorrow. Okay, let's get 2 more levels and get our Silk Touch finally. Actually probably need to do a couple extra levels now that I'm thinking about it, but just because I need to combine it with that other pick. Okay. But here we go. Get some sticks going. And repeat the process. Oh, it's morning. Oops. Alright, well. You live there now. Unfortunately, like, this block and that one will let iron golems spawn, I think. So, I just need to remember next time it's nighttime. But, hey, guys, we hit day 100. We're popping off. We're a third of the way back to Season 2. So, I don't know, do some air horns or something. But yeah, we did it. We hit day 100. Bam, 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 bam. We made it. We are finally back. So, you haven't restocked yet. Why not? Neither of you, but I guess it doesn't matter. Let's go. And we can get our pickaxe. Finally. I'm actually gonna grab this guy. And we should have enough XP to combine them. I don't see why we wouldn't. Grab that. Finally, Silk Touch. That took way longer than it should have. Okay. Let's combine this and this. There we go. And it's actually got efficiency 5, so it's a little bit faster than the other pick. Great. Then leaves us with 16 levels, which I can use. What's this going to give me if I pop it in here? Silk Touch Axe. That's actually pretty good. I love how I get Silk Touch twice in a row, finally. And an 8th like. Popping off. I'm not really feeling like being at work today. Do you think they'd let me leave if I told them the vibes are off? Yeah, just walk up to your boss like, "Ayo, my vibes, they're so down right now, bro." I'm sure they'd understand. Yo, I'm straight up not having a good time. I don't know. Only you can know the answer to that. Wait, did I see... Oxidized copper golem statue, waxed oxidized golem statue. Interesting. Like, I guess it makes sense. He does technically look like slightly different. You aren't restocking, so do this. Back up to level 20. I don't think this will get us to level 30, but... Here, where am I at? Okay. We basically have everything. Let me do this. Because I think it's going to be expensive. Ooh, feather falling. Okay. So let's combine a couple of unbreaking. And unbreaking. Combine those two to make unbreaking 3. Then do power. And power. So I need more XP. But we have an unbreaking 3 bow. And a power 3 bow. I'm a little worried that the combination is going to screw me over. Like, you know, when you combine things too many times, so I'm gonna like, this is for the axe. Get this stuff out of here, actually. There, that's fine. Toss these bad boys in here. And I think just to keep the stream like accurate, I'm gonna end the stream here so we start off on day 100 tomorrow. I know it's kind of an abrupt ending, but we have a silk touch pick. I can make, once I get a little bit of obsidian tomorrow before we go, I can make another ender chest, so we're good on that front. Oh, you know what I will do before I go? I'm gonna make the bottles so I don't forget. Or at the very least, put glass in my ender chest. Yeah. Here. I'll do that for now. So we're good on that front. We got lots of food. I will throw the pearls and blaze rod stuff in there. As well as some iron. Pearls, blaze rods. Dump all that stuff in. Along with this, so I can make another anvil. And we're gonna need to make another shovel, is another thing I need to do. Okay. That should be pretty good. I just put it in there so I don't forget tomorrow. But for now, I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. So, yeah, dragon fight is definitely happening tomorrow. I'm thinking 6 o'clock EST, so that's 2 hours and 45 minutes, like, back from now, so whatever time that is for you. It's 8:45 for me, so 6 o'clock is 2 hours and 45 minutes back from whatever time it is now. I may start it a little bit earlier just to do a little bit of prep. But past that, like, we basically have everything we're gonna need. I need arrows, but, like, I can buy them from these guys, no problem. And we have a bow, we have silk touch, and we have blast protection and all this good armor. The only thing I haven't done is enchanted my shield, but, like, that's not a huge deal. And I don't have mending, but I probably won't need it. So, yeah. So tomorrow, get hyped for the Ender Dragon. I'll, you know, make a cool thumbnail and do that whole thing. But we made it to day 100, so we're slowly getting caught up to where we were in Season 2. After the dragon fight, I'm probably going to start working on a village like I did in Season 2. Or at the very least making a path to that other village, because that other village is huge, so I kind of want to use it. But we can, like, make upgrades to it or something, like redstone upgrades or whatever. We'll see. I'll take your guys' suggestions for that, but make sure you check out the Discord. The link is in the top of the chat, the pinned comment for both Twitch and YouTube. Thanks for all the support, guys, and subscriptions and all that fun stuff. We hit 8 likes today, which is pretty crazy. We've had pretty good like goals the past few days, so shout out to you guys for that. And yeah, I'm gonna go look for some jobs, hang out with my cat, see what he's up to, and probably text my wife. So anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow, and yeah, good night / goodbye gamers. All right, guys, see ya.